Hi, welcome back to Table Talk with Kristy Harris. I'm here on location at Easy Diner and Bar, located in Midtown Sacramento. Here with me, let's introduce ourselves. Let's go down the line and introduce ourselves.
Cool. My name is Gabriel. I am a chef here. I would say I am the chef. However, I work in tandem with Chad Novick, the owner.
And my name is Elizabeth Gibb, and I am the front of the house and the general manager.
And I'm Chad Novick, and yeah, I would say we're co-chefs. Yeah, collaborate together. It's a very collaborative process.
How did this place sort of fall into your hands? Tell me about how you acquired the restaurant.
So we ran a food truck called Bambi Vegan Tacos, and we were looking for a place to kind of land that. And we came upon this place, and we really loved it because it was a neighborhood spot, sort of off the main street, had a good vibe. We loved the light. The kitchen was the perfect size. So, yeah, we decided to go for it. But we didn't want to make it vegan because we didn't want to make it a destination spot. We wanted to keep it a neighborhood kind of joint, somewhere everyone in the neighborhood could come and get something, not just vegans. So it turned from going to be Bambi into like a diner everyone could enjoy. Because we were doing so much vegan food already, we decided to do approximately half the menu vegan food, half omnivore food.
So can you describe your menu here? Tell me a little bit about the food.
We wanted to do flavors that were bold in North America. So we're focused on like New Mexican cuisine, Mexican, Caribbean, everything that has like spice and punch and acidity and heat is kind of what we're going for.
It kind of started out mostly New Mexico, and then I don't know, we got to talking about flavor profiles in general and what we like, and it's like smoky, charred, high acid, high heat. So we kind of moved all around South America, all around the border, and then we hired someone who his family's from Nigeria, and then so all of a sudden we're pulling in like African flavors, and so it's just like really bold, really homey, smoky, deep flavors. That's kind of the whole concept, vegan or meat.
I like that. That's great.
I think that's a really good way to put that.
Oh, yeah.
That is the best explanation.
Straight from the chef's mouth right there. That's good.
Yeah.
Good description. So when customers come here, what kind of beverages can they expect to have? What's your beverage program like?
Very, very fruit forward. Again, with a lot of acid and a lot of bright flavors and a lot of color. Like everything right now. Originally, we had bought in green glasses, but we had to get clear glasses because the colors of the beverages are so good. So like right now we have a mezcal, orange, carrot, ginger drink.
Wow.
We have a verde margarita that Gabe made, which is honeydew and jalapeno and cucumber, which is like this very vibrant green color.
Tastes like jalapeno Jelly Bellies, if anyone remembers those.
Nice. I love it.
Or the honeydew cucumber Gatorade with some jalapenos.
Yeah, a little bit of that too.
A little bit of that too.
I would say, we wanted the cocktails to stand up with the food.
Yeah.
And not be
so
timid.
people could pair them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of just going along with like the Caribbean, like South American flavors. Kind of think of like piragua from like Puerto Rico or Dominican Republic, like fresh fruit flavors, ice cold, bright, beautiful.
Yeah. We're trying to do like a lot of different type of punches, like a lot of different type of rum punches, things that are quick to serve but also delicious. So I would say tequila and rum at this moment has been like the base for most of our cocktails.
Oh, okay. So thankfully I found you guys in the nick of time You've agreed to host an event with me called Peacemaking Happy Hour with Zamir Gotta. And so I realize you must be a fan of his, and you must have seen this show with Anthony Bourdain. So tell me a little bit about the fandom. How long have you been a fan of Zamir?
Since I saw him on Bourdain, definitely. He seems like a really fun, genuine guy, and we can't wait to host him. So we're planning on doing a special dish that's sort of Russian-inspired.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we'll have special food for the VIP people that want to come in and chat with Zamir an hour earlier. Yep.
Definitely.
Hold up, what's this Russian food we're gonna make?
It's a secret.
We didn't tell you yet.
It's a secret menu.
From what I heard, there is going to be caviar
Okay,
involved.
girl.
I'm going to blow him out a little bit.
Good.
That whenever I got your email and I talked to him, and I was like, yeah, Zamir, and he was like, Zamir? Really? I was like, yeah, well, that's what she said.
Yeah, and I met Zamir through Twitter, so it's not like I've even met him in person. So it's kind of strange the way things happen. He was looking for somebody to help him write his autobiography. And this was a little bit after Anthony had passed away. And so I reached out to him. I'm a writer, and I've written for a couple of different magazines that I've worked for throughout my career. So I reached out to him and I said, I'm a writer. I can do this. I feel like I can do it with the edge that you want, a little bit of comedy with a little bit of seriousness, and try to get his message across. We really didn't go forward with that project, and he started his vodka line. And so that kind of went away, that whole thing. And then now the Bourdain movie's coming out on the 16th. So he connected with me again on Facebook and said, would you be interested in trying to get a California sort of tour together for me? Because he knew I was in the food, wine, and travel industry. So I said yes, and here we are. So it's been an adventure.
That's very exciting. What is the name of this vodka?
It's called Zamir Vodka.
Oh,
yeah,
that's awesome.
Peacemaking Vodka.
Yeah, and are we buying a case of that? Is that what's going on? Two cases. So we will have the exclusive.
Yeah.
On that,
Exclusive.
on that vodka.
And luckily I have all the connections, so I can hook you right on up with that.
Yeah.
So I think everybody at this table is a fan of Bourdain, obviously. So as a chef and as a person who loves food, did he have any impact on you?
I was actually talking to Chad about this earlier today. I went to school for a long while learning to be like a two-dimensional artist, studio artist. And so I usually come into making food from that point of view. And what I learned from reading his books and watching his programs is that you don't have to just sell yourself to the art of making food all the time. Like, you can find some real beauty in the mundane, and you can like meet it in the middle where you can create that art, but at the same time celebrate things like community and family and coming together and making something like traditional and beautiful. And you can elevate what your grandmother made for you. You can elevate what your mother made for you. I think that's what I was always a very big fan of as far as his work.
Yeah.
I mean, I think on that is that people who don't work in the restaurant industry don't understand like how much behind the scenes stuff there is, how close people who work in restaurants together can get, how chaotic it can be to work in a restaurant, how much stress there is to work in a restaurant, and how that kind of binds us all a little bit closer together. And I really loved how Bourdain brought that out in his books, but also, his TV show. I think probably Kitchen Confidential touched on that a lot, but the camaraderie, the community, but also the intensity that that happens inside of a kitchen, inside of a restaurant during a rush.
Yeah, I've definitely experienced that on a much smaller scale. I I've worked in restaurants, but it was a long, long time ago. But I realize how hectic it can get especially on a Friday, Saturday when people are coming in like right, 7 o'clock is probably when it gets pretty crowded. And I mean, maybe later down here. I don't know when you guys start going. Seven's about right.
Yeah. I think a lot of us who work in restaurants wander into restaurants as like, oh, this is going to be something that I do part-time. And I think the people that stick in restaurants long-term are a certain type of people, and they're my favorite type of people. Like, restaurant people are my favorite people.
They're the misfits, yeah.
Yeah.
Reading Kitchen Confidential, I think he captured like that blue collar kind of cook story really well.
Yeah.
After that came out, sort of Top Chef took off and it became something else. It became like glamorized and
I think as far as going back a little bit to community, like there is a community inside the restaurant, and I know like the guys don't necessarily get as much of this, but like the meeting the people who live in your community, I have made so many friends, and what I love the most is I've made so many friends of like varying age groups. Like there have been 75-year-old grumpy men who have just become my best friends, and I see them 3 days a week for 30 minutes, but for 5 years.
That's awesome. I love it.
And, after a while, you just know everything about them, and you know their stories. And, after the pandemic, like I have John Keeney, I'm thinking of you. I have one, 75-year-old gentleman who I haven't seen in a year and a half that I definitely had, one beer with every day for 5 years, or 5 times a week for 5 years.
It's like Cheers going off the air.
Yeah.
Like you miss your like 30 minutes a week.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I didn't know how much that 30 minutes meant to me every day.
Yeah, sure. So it's connection with customers too, definitely. And, you got to like people to be in this industry, I think, mostly. Because if you don't, then you probably shouldn't really be in this job,
Right.
Yeah. Because you guys are entertainers too. I mean, especially front of the house servers, they kind of guide the guests through the menu. They're not just running food out to the table. They're really like coordinating a dinner for them. And then a lot of times it's suggestions from the servers that why people order things, because they ask, what do you like? And so they kind of have to put on a show. So if you're, in a bad mood or not, it's like, okay, suck it up.
And in a small restaurant like this, with a bar, I think it's an important community space.
Yeah.
Everyone can hear everybody. Everyone can see everybody. So in a way, it is kind of theater. It also brings together people that never would have met otherwise. Very different people.
Yeah, I love how the bar is, and I'll do shots of the bar later and show the viewers what the bar setup looks like. But I really love the way you've remodeled this place. It's looking really beautiful, and the colors are popping out. There's oranges and blues and yellows, and it's just really nice looking.
Thank you. We really appreciate that. We worked really hard on this place. We are going to be putting up a lot more plants.
Yeah, nice.
Which is me. I hope to have everything just covered in greenery, but we're excited to get it completely finished.
You got to get a shot of this brass plate that our coworker Megan made.
She
etched it. Oh,
Okay.
copper. I'm sorry.
Copper, nice.
Yeah, she like etched the whole thing. Acid etched it.
In a dog pool full of acid.
Oh, wow.
Right on the floor. Right.
Okay.
She also...
we got a one-of-a-kind jukebox.
Yeah, we do. She also did the mural inside of the bathroom, which is on the ceiling. And it was the first time she had ever done a mural, and it's beautiful. But she always says, she's like, when you guys were like, do a mural on the ceiling, she was like, I didn't realize what type of effect that was going to have on my neck for 3 or 4 days.
So, are people taking selfies in the bathroom? Is that
I mean, that
people
was,
are coming here to do that now?
Before us, bathroom selfies had definitely become a thing, and we did want to make a place that was nice to take some bathroom selfies.
Okay.
So we did put a lot of work into the restrooms. We have a whole bunch of art that just got delivered the other day that we're going to be framing and covering the other one.
Okay, so once again, I want to remind everybody about the Peacemaking Happy Hour with Zamir Gotta. That's going to be on July 16th. We're going to have him here at the restaurant in the flesh, 5 to 8 p.m. And if you're a super fan and you want to meet Zamir and hear his travels, talks of travels with Tony, show up 5 o'clock. Their tickets are on Eventbrite. 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. is the VIP portion of the program. We're going to have past appetizers for the VIP patrons for an hour. And you'll get 2 drinks, either wine, beer, or a cocktail included in your price. And tickets for the VIP are $40. The second part of the program is general admission, and that is $25. And you get admission at 6, and you get to hear the speaking portion of the program, and you get 2 drinks included in that. So I wanted to invite you all, if you're fans of Tony, fans of Zamir, you want to hear Zamir speak about his travels, it would be great to have you here at Easy Diner. We're going to have a really good time. So I'm going to remind everybody the social media handles. Instagram, we've got easy.diner.bar. Follow those guys on Instagram. And then on Facebook, it's the same, which is awesome because sometimes people's social media handles are different. So this is very easy. It's very easy. Easy.diner.bar. Also on Facebook. Look them up, like them, and see what's going on. They're always posting these yummy pictures of food and drinks, and makes me want to hang out here. So I want to thank everybody for their time today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love having you on my show and talking about the fun event coming up. If you liked this video, please click thumbs up below and leave a comment. Tell us what you thought of the show. And
Like, share, subscribe. Ring that bell notification icon.
Thank you. Do what he said.
No problem.
All right. We'll see you next time. Cheers.
Au revoir.